look at all them racer cards. We have, of course, WhytePanther versus DolorousFred. What do you want to tell me about these racers, Myth?
I'm gonna read what's on the card. WhytePanther. This is their 4th mystery tournament, a win rate of 40%. If they've only joined 4 and they started in 13, then that's a perfect record ever since 13, 14, 15, 16. Getting 33rd on their first tournament means they must have gone, like, most of their 4 wins, like, must have come from mystery tournament 13. And then, like, 0-2 everyone after that, which is, like, kind of backwards. So that's interesting. Not sure what the display pic is from, but I appreciate the mood of just laying outside, staring up at the sky. And then we got DolorousFred, who looks anything but dolorous in the display pic, who's got a win rate of 0% because they joined Mystery Tournament 15 and went 0-2, which is extremely common. They're back again.
See, those are the true champs of Mystery Tournament. We got the champs of Mystery Tournament, of course, but the true champs of Mystery Tournament, those are the people who come in and go to and join again next year. They're not staying down.
Yeah, I like it. It says a lot about someone to go 0-2 and then come back. Still had a good time. Or maybe wants to do better. It's tough. This is a very community-focused event that we do here. And so there's like a big emphasis on fun and togetherness and belonging to Mystery Tournament. That competitiveness can kind of take a backseat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
in the end,
I don't know. It means different things to different people, I guess.
In the end, I think that the true Mystery Tournament, the true Mystery Funhouse motto, I think has been said multiple times by multiple people without it ever being officially the case. But I think it truly is. The true Mystery Funhouse motto is, we just want to play games.
Yeah, that rings true.
It's not a complicated system. We just want to enjoy playing games. And we absolutely do. We might have the game, provided nothing goes horribly wrong.
Yeah. I mean, considering that the thing that was pulled is an NES game, it's one of the most rock-solid types of emulation for like 15 years or something. I got a good feeling the game's gonna run okay for our players.
We could hope.
Yeah. And it's a cool game. I know a little bit about it. Like most games, because there's been so many, it's been in a big 20, so I know a little bit about it, having commentated most of those races. But I learned just enough to talk about it a little bit, barely. I skimmed through it, so there's a lot I don't know, and there's a lot that isn't part of the speed run that I might not know, so we'll see what kind of comes back to me as they play.
Am I supposed to play? I looked over at your icon and I remembered that I'm trying to play through some other good NES platformers. I played Batman NES recently because I thought it was going to be a bad game from my childhood, only to realize that, holy crap, no, it is not a bad game from my childhood. It's an amazing game from my childhood.
It's really good. It looks good. It sounds amazing because Sunsoft is doing their thing on the music. It's hard, right? Like there's some unfair kind of stuff going on,
especially in Joker.
Yeah.
Why is he summoning lightning bolts?
Yeah, you're just like a sweet spot where you can like stand in front of him and punch him a lot.
It was great because I was literally at the end going, oh, I'm going to this is gonna be my last attempt before I just go ahead and save state this, because I've done this so many times in this level. And then I got him and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's true. Last attempt before I save state.
Nice. Then you threw him off the roof.
Right.
That's what they say. They type it in all caps. It's fun.
But
The racers are ready, so
They are.
we're
I just gotta get the cropping
ready
done.
on our end. Yeah, and this will start very soon. I'm just gonna go ahead and say they're gonna be playing Metal Storm, which is it's such a generic sounding name. Metal and storm are two words that are in 50, 100 different video games. So probably nothing conjures in your mind when I say Metal Storm.
You know, I could actually search my little retro list that I have for my giant spreadsheet of tracking and tell you exactly how many metal and storms there are. So
yeah, we can do that once
there's
once
so
things
many.
get going.
I think
It's a cool little game, though. You're a little robot. There's gravity. You've got control over gravity, so you're flipping up and down, walking on the floor, walking on the ceiling. The thing about it is that it's one-hit kills for the whole game. So,
Oh,
yeah,
Big
it can be
pain.
tough. That's why the goal is only to beat stage 3. If you were to just kind of play through and never die and not stop too much, you'd probably take you like 8 minutes or something. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So it's one of those, like, you die late into a stage and you lose like a minute and a half and you gotta keep your cool and keep going sort of race.
well, we are countdown done, and we are off in just a moment. There we go. DolorousFred is offline. But I'm gonna do that reload button. Cha.
Cha.
Okay, and now I gotta. Does the game itself have this weird black border on the background of it? Because that's certainly.
Yeah, I think it might.
All right,
So
now
for some
these are
reason-
some classic NES sounds of classically NES. Oh my god, we got the thumping repeatedly bass there. You've got this high-pitched squeak that is your shot. All right, so what was the question here? I'm looking for how many times Metal and Storm show up at the same time, or in either show up?
Either one. Ooh, WhytePanther's little toesy was sticking out, and DolorousFred as well goes down. So back to the start of the stage. Let me check. Ooh, they got a bare bones pace bins, because this is an old classic that they've been given here. So no information about lives, no information about continues given to the players. I'm not sure what the situation is. If I had to guess, 3 lives infinite continues, but I truly do not remember. Ooh, WhytePanther is trying to get this little guy. Oh, he's cutting it so close, but just can't quite get the shot. Oh, just go under it. Just go. Okay. Gets to the end of the okay, there is game overs. We know that much. Limited lives. Continue. Still puts you back at 1-2. Nice. DolorousFred's gonna hold on to, well, not quite a lead. Is passing up these power-ups, actually, which WhytePanther just picked up. So there's 2 power-ups. One gives you a second hit, I think. So that's very good, obviously. You double your health. And the other one, I think one of them powers up your shots, and then there's a third one that whenever you switch gravity and you flip from the floor to the ceiling, you turn into a fireball and you kill anything that you touch rather than
right.
dying.
So my spreadsheet tracks NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Advanced, DS, N64, GameCube, Sega Master System, Genesis, Game Gear, Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PSP, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, Xbox, Lynx, TG16, and Virtual Boy. So across those consoles, we have 81 instances of Metal.
I lowballed it by a lot. Wow.
I haven't even looked for Storm yet.
Okay, that's a game over. Do you get a checkpoint at the boss, or is it back to the start of 1-2? Okay, back to the start of 1-2. DolorousFred gets backed up by this enemy so far that I was worried it was going to respawn, but that's not the case. So DolorousFred has the attack power-up, but doesn't have the gravity change-o thing going on. Whoa, flips and goes onto the boss and then dies immediately. WhytePanther in a weird situation. Okay.
30 storms, not that many.
So 110 games got Metal or Storm in the title.
Yep, roughly. Oh no, 110 because we dropped the one for Metal Storm. Well, outside of this one, I guess. But whatever the case is, yes. 111, the 111 Metal or Storm for those consoles.
Yeah, unless there's like a storm of metal or something.
There
lurking in
probably is, yeah.
Metal Gear Rising Restormgence.
Metal Gear Rising Storm Surge, of course.
Alright, WhytePanther dies immediately to this boss, but has lives, so is going to be able to kind of try again from right here rather than having to redo the stage. So is going to, like, see what's up. Get a feel for how you actually do the boss.
Yeah, so it looks like we have our standard, we shoot a couple of things that are tracing you shots, which, you know, they seem really easy to dodge sometimes, but those can be, like, the hardest to dodge. But it looks like it only fires in... Oh, really? You can't seem to hit that there? Or was that just the FPS not matching up? There we go. Okay, you can definitely hit him.
Yeah. Just shoot the big purple dingus. It's tough, though. It takes a while to switch gravity, so... it's random, I'm pretty sure, so you can't predict where it's going to pop out and be there ready to deal damage to it. You got to react, and then it takes time to flip the gravity and get there, so you don't get a lot of time to shoot it. And so when you do finally line up with it, you don't want to move. You want to stand there and get all your damage in, and then any shot that comes your way while you're being stubborn is going to go ahead and get you. So it's going to be an exercise in patience for these players, I think.
Now, it looks like it's not perfect tracking. It looks like it is a 12-way shot, I think.
Yeah, and it's not a 45 degree, so it's something else. Oh, this is one way to do it. Just wait at the bottom. It's going to take longer, but you're going to be a heck of a lot safer.
Yeah, you're going to eventually get the kill, right? Or maybe not, because this guy's being a jerk.
It like popped out the side for a little bit and then came out the bottom.
Right? Like...
Whoa. Why are the diagonal Oreos moving so much faster? Oh, you know why? Because it's moving full speed.
There you go. Because it's moving X and Y at the same time.
It's strafe running.
Yep.
Oh no, it's so fast.
Alright, looks like WhytePanther might be having the destroy the bottom only strat, and it works out. WhytePanther gets the clear on 1-2. Moving on, it looks like the stage 2.
Yep, only 6.5 minutes-ish to beat that stage, so is on pace for a very quick clear. This level's pretty wild. It wraps around vertically. You can see your own shots are like coming up behind you.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh, spare me the cylinder.
And then like these things are trying to crush you, and you can jump, but like you can still flip gravity, right? So there's a lot going on here.
Oh, this, my soul burns while looking at this.
There's kind of some weird situations too, because if you want to go down, you want to flip it so that you're on the ceiling, so that you can jump off of the ceiling, and that's what's going to make you go down, right? So you got to go up to get down, you got to go down to get up. WhytePanther gets clipped by some of these walls.
Yo, that death explosion is so good, though! What? That is way cooler than, like, I would have expected.
Yeah, this game looks really cool. I like that. I love the design of the robot. Like it's a little, it's like Fat Samus is what I want to say. just a chonker little boy waddling around. I love it.
I mean, it's you know, if you're gonna have big robot, you go for the big robot rather than the little robot.
It's like they decided they wanted the character to be this tall, and then they didn't want to have a sprite that wasn't like a square or something, so they just filled it all in.
So, this game does only on my list of platformer sins. I think that this one only barely has one of them, actually, which is that the camera is centered on the player, but the character has such small the character to screen ratio is small enough that it actually doesn't work too much against the added advantage, especially if there's a lot of left and right movement. So I'm actually gonna have to say this looks like a solid platformer.
WhytePanther is having trouble with these walls that close down quick. You gotta be in the middle, right, to give yourself the most time to get enough height. But you just gotta be quick with your and sort of accurate with your jump inputs. And that's like that's not a thing that you can just like learn and do better next time, right? Like if you just have difficulty timing tricky things, then you're just gonna have difficulty doing that in a race. So I'm a little bit nervous for them. The boss has been cleared for DolorousFred. Got a pretty nice pattern popping out the bottom.
Oof, another hit there. This is proving to be quite a stage for WhytePanther right now. And why wouldn't it? Because, like, yeesh.
Yeah, it looks a lot worse than it is, but those platforms are nasty. I gotta wonder, maybe WhytePanther's like hitting the button too soon. You know, they're still in the air, their jump input isn't jumping yet, and that's what's getting them.
Oh no! It's late at night, so I did the crossed eyes a little bit, and now the game is totally in 3D.
Is that how that works? Oh, the synchronized deaths, there you go.
You get that background right there that's moving like that, and then you can just bam, now the game's in 3D.
I'm trying to, oh, it's not working so good, and I think I'm gonna give myself a headache, so I gotta stop doing that. Wow.
You ever do magic eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I, like 30 years ago or whatever, but yeah.
I mean, those were the reason to go to the Scholastic Book Fair. I mean, Dr. Seuss? Hell no. We got magic eyes up in this.
That and to get a pencil sharpener, because it's the only thing you can afford.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yes, staying a little more centralized, giving himself more time to jump. Oh, no,
don't look in that direction. Why is there's nothing there? There's nothing for you there.
No. You did that thing go to the right.
The Trixie level layout. Yeah, I didn't realize how far forward WhytePanther was on those previous attempts. Had way more time to make those jumps when they were further to the left.
Yeah, that was... You definitely want to stay, like, completely central there. These are actually really... I don't know, I think... It seems like, as long as you're centered, these things are really nice. I've seen, like, way worse clapper enemies than that are, like... Like, you have the jumping timing properly. Alright.
Oh,
go get him. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it,
That's the first one again. Oh no.
Hopefully WhytePanther realizes it.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to call this like a race deciding mistake, but it's a pretty big factor.
It certainly is. Like, these are the kind of mistakes you really feel kind of bad when you start doing it, when you actually realize what happened. Like, because I know what's going on is that the screen stopped scrolling on the right, so WhytePanther is probably thinking, okay, we had to go further that way. But I think seeing that may very well fix the problem. There we go.
There we go. It's difficult to wrap your head around this. It's a little bit blind, but you can, like, it's not like there's a lot that's off screen. In fact, there might literally be nothing off screen. Whatever is off screen below you is what you see on top, right? I think that's the case.
Based on how your shots fire, I would believe that. Let me see here. I just gotta identify a point where that's... Oh yeah, no, that's definitely the case. What is on screen is the screen.
Oh, nice. So you can go into a little cubby, close it behind you. That opens the way. I do happen to know that these swinging walls, if you're in the way when they're swinging, they will just straight up kill you. So...
Oh, gods.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
DolorousFred having a lot more problems, or still have behind. I won't say a lot more problems. Still behind, though.
WhytePanther dies to a tricky projectile from those enemies. If you don't kill them quick, they shoot out something that wasn't a problem to dodge previously, but in this section, it's hard to stay on the same level as them, so much harder to deal with the little thing they shoot out. I will say a thing I'm seeing from Fred is that you have some control over your jump height, and so if you spend less time floating in the air in between these stompers and land on the ground sooner, you have a bigger window to jump, which is good. But if you short your jump, like I've seen a number of times now from Fred, then you don't land on the platform at all, and if you're not expecting that, it can get bad. So you need to be accurate if you're going to be letting off that jump button.
All right, Fred versus the big chamber. You're a little bit to the right, but you know, you're good to go. And Fred? Huh? Really? What is it about that?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well,
okay. Oh, what is it about that? How did that happen to both racers? I don't know.
I can kind of see it. It's tough for me because I know already, right? I don't know how I would react to it if I was blind. But it definitely seems... It doesn't seem unnatural, I'll say.
I mean, it does kind of abruptly, and it looks like there's a way to go behind you because of this thing. But like I said, this is why I hate this, is because it's like, oh yeah, you can absolutely get a little bit lost like this. I get it, but like, it doesn't pain me any less.
So WhytePanther had the shot power up from the previous, jumping and sort of landing on the enemy while shooting down at it. Nice. Had the shot power up from the previous screen, but has this checkpoint on this stage now. So is kind of hunting around for power-ups, and I think just got something.
Trying to be safe versus swinging wall here. Good move there is trying to get it and then identify it. And DolorousFred is now caught up here to WhytePanther. WhytePanther definitely has the stage knowledge, though.
Yeah, been here a while. Seen most of this stage, even on the first attempt, actually. DolorousFred finds the spikes. Was kind of tempted to find a way to the 1-up, it looked like. Here's these annoying little guys. WhytePanther knows how scary they are, need to be killed as soon as they're on screen. Those are down. I think we're gonna see a boss. This boss is doable. Blind, I think. First try.
This doesn't look too bad, especially when you've killed that. Oh, if that was the strat, like...
It's waiting for a shot before it... Oh. Nope, sorry, that doesn't work.
No, but
Good
not
thought,
even just
though.
waiting for the shot, just not getting on the same level as it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's getting too fast.
Had the power up to take a hit.
Oh,
One left. Yeah, there it is. One shot.
that was some heads up right there.
Really good idea to explore the previous stage as much as possible to try to find some stuff. Really paid off.
Password, it's Winosursus B1F. No, this background. Oh, I want to love this game more than this background lets me. Oh, and it scrolls with you. Oh, even more.
There's something we haven't seen the players do too much because I don't know, it's kind of scary. And the shield power up too. I forgot about this thing. You can gravity flip in midair, so you can do some stuff like jump out around a thing and then flip and...
Is it like double jump to flip or something?
It's Up A or down A.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Oh, brought the shield down, so takes
Has a
hit.
spare hit.
It's close to the end of the screen. I think that's probably a checkpoint.
I mean, I'm impressed here with WhytePanther and how they're doing on this.
Yeah.
I believe there's a non-zero chance that there was WhytePanther that said it was. Okay, yeah. So WhytePanther might have just the littlest bit of context for this game to a degree, because it said that it has been on Arcade Pit before and has seen it on Arcade Pit but not played it. So that probably helps ever so slightly, but I don't think that these plays are one that you grok from just watching, especially the way that they've been moving in certain ways.
Yeah, an upside down gravity game, especially when this game had a demo that was running during the before the race, right? You got a chance to watch it and see what you were in for.
And it's always a question when you're like, I've seen little bits of the game blind, but it's fine because we don't remember that blindness is not a hard rule over here. It's absolutely, you're welcome to, if you think that you've given you enough edge, you can absolutely offer a reroll. But, we're not gonna be like, oh, you've seen bits of this on Arcade Pit? How dare you! Actually, I will, because that just sounds like me,
Over the top and dramatic for no reason? Yeah, I guess it does.
I know who I am, damn it.
DolorousFred still on 2-2. I haven't even really seen the end of this screen from them so much. Just having a lot of trouble wrapping their head around the wrapping.
Oh, you said the wrapping effort. Oh, I was hoping you were going to say the stage, but then.
Yeah, I could have. That would have been a little better.
Now, you saying wrapping around the wrapping, it works for a solo effort. Alright, this has been the thing that's been giving Panther problems, but there we go. Now we got this annoying shot that's way too fast because it's diagonal.
Interesting decision here, do you want to be on the ground or on the ceiling sort of thing. There's a lot of spikes on the ground right now, but now there's a lot of spikes, or there were on the ceiling and now there are on the ground, so. Oh, but you gotta just barely jump high enough there. Could backtrack for a B.
Our first big scare, possibly, is, we have Lost for Words is done. But WhytePanther here now on the third boss.
Very intimidating looking boss. It's about to take all the space away from WhytePanther in the bottom left corner of the screen, and he's coming to the bottom right. You gotta stay ahead of him. Go, go, go. Go left. Okay. Okay, is in a good position, I think, to continue fighting and in the rhythm of this fight, but waited too long. Oh.
Okay, I like this boss. It's a simple boss, but it works. Yes, you can wail on me, but you should probably go.
Yeah, you've got these cycles in the form of these laser walls, right? And so, when your opening pops up, you gotta know what the next opening is and which one you have to take. Oh, I think that's it.
Oh, is this a Konami game?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I only noticed it when you blew up that last one. I was like, wait a second, that's a Contra blow-up sound. Oh, DolorousFred now through, but that is a clear for WhytePanther.
22:38 is the SRL time. Right there with Lost for Words and that one guy. Really, really good play.
Oh yeah, especially that one guy. If you're right now, that one guy has been the
Maurice.
Yeah. That one guy has been the Maurice of the tournament this time. He's been joining a lot of races, been performing really well. is currently the one that you get scared of and try to compare your time to, for sure.
And that's a second try boss clear. And considering they died to a laser almost immediately on the first try, like that's, still really good clutch moment from DolorousFred on the stage 2 boss.
All right, and we got WhytePanther with us now. Hey, WhytePanther.
That was in a fun game.
Yeah.
Bit of a head trip, the gravity flipping, and not knowing if you still have that armor power up or not, because nothing changes on the screen at all. Oh man.
Yeah, no idea what that armor power up is. Like, no idea if your armor power up is working is certainly a question.
Yeah, it's like, it's clear it's like one extra hit, and cool. Have I used it? I don't know. Thankfully, the bosses, like, aside from that first one, like, the patterns got to be relatively simple. That first one kind of like throw this weak point all over the place after one predictable one. Then it just kind of, it's wherever. It doesn't matter. But I don't know.
Now,
Yeah,
one
both of
thing
you opted to just kind of wait at the bottom and just be like, I'm tired of chasing this thing. I'm just going to let it come to me.
Well, yeah, the timing for that third shot at least was just, it was going to be firing the things like right as it was up. There was not enough room there to jump out of the way of it, so like I just had to wait for it. And then like when it was, I was like, it's probably just gonna rotate back around again. And like, no, it's up there at the end, but like for 2 seconds. I'm like, okay, and then it's just there, and I blow it up. I don't know.
the main timer stopped Maurice after one of the players was done, or after one done. I don't know. Just one done and it caused it. But yeah, you had, I think I really liked the heads up play that you had on boss 3 in particular, or no, boss 2 in particular, where instead of entering the same area as the lasers, you decided to do short hops in order to position yourself underneath.
Yeah. Like, I figured that I was trying to do that to bait out the traps earlier in that level, and it kind of worked, and then I didn't realize I was looping back around for a bit for there. I was like, wait, that is the exit, isn't it? Like, okay, yes, it was.
You both did that. It was so frustrating. We're just like, oh God, what are you doing? And then I was like, all right, so that's gonna hurt, especially since you did it twice. And then Fred did it. I'm like, I don't know what it was, but I guess that.
Yeah. The looping level is also kind of just, a weird thing with the reversible gravity. It's just, it's hard to keep the head going in the right way. But
did you pick up on the fact that there was only like one screen's worth of stuff at any given time?
Oh, yeah.
You could see everything. It wasn't in the right order that you would like it to be or whatever, but like it wasn't hiding information off screen from you.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely you can see that as soon as you see the bullets looping around, and it would just be there on the other side immediately. Then you knew. But like, you had to have the gun that actually pierced through walls to tell a lot of the time. But yeah, it became very clear that was everything was there. Except even then, that's kind of what still kind of baited a little bit in that one hallway. But whatever.
I guess there was those clapping things. We're getting you pretty good. I was guessing that you were jumping too soon and your jump bit wasn't coming out at all. Is that what happened a couple of times?
I mean, a couple of times as I was jumping too high and I was triggering the thing ahead of me before I actually got there. There's actually, because when I was trying to do it the other way and like try to bait it, when I was going the wrong way or whatever, but like I tried to bait it out and like it didn't go out. I thought like, I didn't bait it hard enough. I tried to bait it harder and it went after I went. So there's like enough of a stutter behind it. So it was. I don't think like I never felt like I lost an input or anything like that. It's just that I had jumped either didn't get the like precise center because there's not a lot of time if you're not in the center of the thing, or I jumped too high and triggered the next row too early.
Yeah, being further left definitely helped you out because it looked like you were in the center to me, and then the first time you got through, you were further left, and I was like, oh no, this is the center. This is good.
Yeah, I mean it's moving forward as you go along, so it's definitely hard to keep track of it. But there's not that much room, but there's just barely enough.
Well, with that, you will be moving on. Congratulations. You're going
Thank
to
you.
be going to... Apparently, I can't type things fast enough, and I should probably prep this ahead of time before I start doing things, and it doesn't help that I'm switching web browsers right now. So I'm saying this all in one breath, except that I just took a break, so now it doesn't really matter much. But
So I don't even do this because, like, what are you gonna? What is the? Every time this question's been asked, it was like, you're up against this person, and the other person's like, okay, like,
Okay.
I'm still just gonna play the game, right? Like,
I mean, I
Yeah.
could go with, you're up against Zex next.
Yeah, I knew that this was feeding a seed around. I forgot exactly who it was, but like, you know, I mean, it happens. We'll do my best. You know, I just do what I can. That's all it really is to do it. You know, I hope we have a good match.
That's fair. Yeah, you did really well in this one. Like, not even slightly bad at all. I mean, especially seeing where your opponent is right now. It's having a lot of trouble with this. You like one-shot this stage after the you didn't one-shot it. Never mind. I'm remembering how many times that laser wall was there, but you did this rather quick. I think you basically one-shot the end of it.
There were a couple other stages that I one-shot. Yeah, the boss. Like, once I figured out the patterns, like, okay, yeah, like, I need to go a little earlier than I wanted to go the first time around because there were just the barriers weren't open at the right time to take a couple extra shots. Like, okay, I'll wait and take another shots in that I'll, you know, a few less shots and just be safer. That's better the way to do it right now.
perfect adjustment, and just well raced overall.
Thank you.
So thanks so much for coming to talk to us. I don't ask this much, but you got like a Twitch channel specific? You want a plug? You want people to know about?
Not really. I don't do a whole lot of streaming outside of the races for this, you know, or Rakusa or whatever other tournament might be happening occasionally. But yeah, so nothing really I want to promote. Sorry.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
All right, no problem. See you later.
So yeah, we're just giving Dolores here some time to finish up then. So while waiting here, I got one thing to say to the audience here. Hey, that one guy, how does it feel to be the Maurice of this tournament?
That's true. It's always like in race chat immediately afterwards too, to like give their thoughts on things.
Yeah, Maurice has been doing the restreams and like, and hasn't been playing all the games, but yeah, you basically have been, because that was Maurice in the last two tournaments where you just join every race and then you do really well, and then people are like, oh boy, I've got to compare myself to this guy.
It is a good way to get a lot of experience, though.
Absolutely.
It was before my time, but I'm told one Andy and 4H, the first mystery tournament he joined, he was doing the same thing in every single race.
What? Who would have imagined that person would do something like that? Sounds like some sort of winning strategy or something. I think it's fun if I'm appearing threatening. Perfect!
Yeah, it's definitely not often in my life where I could confidently say that I ever appeared threatening. So I would probably welcome any opportunity.
No!
Here we
Hold
go.
on,
New
wait
part of
for
the stage, but that projectile, it was hard to see. I bet it would have been easier to see if the background wasn't moving in this horrible way.
I compare myself to myself because that guy's got problems, which means that if I can achieve it, then that must mean that I'm getting over some of those problems, but also that... No, wait, shoot, I totally started this wrong. I don't know why I did that. Guy's got problems. I was trying to go for something else, and I just rolled into it, and it sucked. Moving on.
Didn't even know the reference. I can't even...
There was no reference.
Critique, or you were just doing...
I was just
on something?
I was just running away with it. It's just the problem is that I grabbed that football, and I ran back towards my own end goal or zone, and I'm just...
Yeah.
It was a safety.
Goat. Safety. I like this laser that turns off when you flip gravity. I think
I want more of them. Where are they?
Yeah, there's only one. And I was pretty sure if you did a full jump, those spikes would get you. We hadn't seen it yet, I think. But we just did. So there's an interesting choice there. The A power-up, which I'm gonna guess maybe is the armor that lets you take 2 hits, or the shop power-up. And both WhytePanther and DolorousFred opted for the shop power-up. If my goal was to get through, like if this was 3-1 and my goal was just to hit the checkpoint for 3-2, I think I'd probably take the armor, but knowing I got a boss fight coming up, it's no question I want the extra damage.
I would go for the extra damage because I've got these jerkos in the middle here. I want to make sure that I can one-shot them and get rid of them as fast as possible.
Yeah, I can't... Do they always die in one hit, or...?
I don't know if they die in one hit with the... They definitely die in one hit with this shot.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, Fred.
Oh, here
Fred.
we go. Yep, it's the
Okay.
mid-air.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get
Walked
there.
right to the edge.
Can you get past the boss?
Oh, reacts to this first one and probably realizes, like, I can't hang out here for very long either.
Nope, does not.
Okay. Game over.
I'm sorry, the timing on that was too perfect.
I saw the beam open up and I was like, here it comes.
Okay,
I
you
guess-
made it past the rest of the stage. You know what's coming up. You know what you got to do.
Yeah. It's
You
wow.
are friggin',
It's gotta get really close in all kinds of ways here.
you are hauling it, and you don't need to be hauling it that fast, buddy.
It's almost done with this stage.
You know, this stage isn't that long. These stages really aren't that long.
Yeah. That one guy's comment was the shortest levels that he's ever taken 20 minutes to beat. So unfortunately missed the switch input and died to the spikes right there at the end. That would have had 2 attempts after that, like 3 full attempts on the boss. The B, I think the B might just be score, now that I think about it. That might be why it's a different color.
B for bonus.
Yeah, B for points.
Ooh, do we need to steal that as our points coin?
Points coin.
That's right, the new cryptocurrency, points coin.
Oh no. Ooh, this switch input not coming out. That was it looked like that was a B input instead of an A input. Just shooting instead of flipping gravity.
No, it's okay. The good news is that the only way that you earn points coins are by winning tournaments. Our very own cryptocurrency. You don't get to mine that at all. You have to win it.
And it's not crypto, it's just currency. I don't know enough about the details of cryptocurrency to even like run with this joke. Like blockchain, you gotta blockchain, like nothing, absolutely nothing.
I use the block for my own Roar coin. Roar coins blocks are that they're little blocks in the spreadsheet where I punch your name in and say that you have one, and those can be redeemed to cause me to play a video game.
Okay, that's like a joke, I guess. It's not, but it's like a joke.
It's like a joke. You wounded me.
We're getting closer, that's for sure. And DolorousFred is getting closer to beating this stage and this boss. Oh, I lingered on that screen just long enough to bait out another shot, and again, getting their little toesies clipped by these robots.
Hey, we hear that Andy guy knows how to bleed now. We've seen those Kuso performances, so
Yeah, that's true. All you need is a game that isn't designed to be fair.
or fishing.
Yeah. That too. And I'm a tester too, so I'm doing my best to make sure that they're all fair.
Yep, big shout outs to you, Myth. Like, I greatly appreciate everything you've done here for testing and stuff ever since I backed out this year. For people that don't fully know, I have in fact actually backed out of running Mystery Tournament and the like, so everybody who's like looking at me and going, hey, Roar, thanks for so much you do. No, thanks to everybody else who's been doing so much. I stepped out this year.
Yeah, but you're still here restreaming at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time, and
Oh, well, that's just when I'm alive.
yeah. All right, we got a boss.
Come on, Fred.
Didn't go right away, but has enough of a window. You got to go on this one. Yes, still good. Could have gone there, but didn't have to.
Doesn't seem to be unleashing any attacks here.
Ooh.
Is he going to go for the 3
Oh,
quadrant? Yeah, but it
comes
backs up.
Oh god. I didn't expect it.
I did.
I legitimately thought it was just gonna keep looping, and that following behind it was a genius plan, and then it backfired immediately. It does seem easier to shoot it on the vertical though.
I'm not even shooting it though. What are you doing? What was that?
Oh no. That was a misinput for sure. I saw DolorousFred shoot instead of flipping, and now I think I've seen them flip instead of shoot. So the A and B buttons are getting crossed in their brain, I think.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. This stage is an auto scroller at this point. Oh god.
Is this B to shoot, A to jump, or is it the other way around?
That is B to shoot. It's not crazy.
Okay. There is a permanent blister on the inside of a permanent just bit of like scar tissue or whatnot on the inside of my thumb because of B to shoot, A to jump.
Okay, I was like, this better be good. This is too gross for you to bring up randomly. This better be relevant.
No, it's just like this little dot of like hard skin there because it's just exactly that. You mash it with the B button and you use the inner thumb to jump.
I tested a game so first of all, I test everything with a SNES controller because that's my favorite controller. That's the one I want to use. And a lot of games are like indie games or whatever, right? No one's testing their game to make sure it works with my specific retro USB SNES adapter. So sometimes the controls are weird when it fires up. And I'd prefer it had no controller support because then I could use Joy to Key to fix it. But when it does detect the controller, but the buttons are wrong, there's nothing I can do about it. Except I was playing one game where jump and attack were where they were supposed to be, but they were backwards. And I tried to play it, and it was not good. It didn't work out. It was not a good decision. And then I tried to transpose the buttons because I could still hit it's a SNES controller, right? So Y, Super Mario World, Y is run, and B is jump. The position relative to each other is such that the run button is up and left of the jump button, right? And that's true of X and A. X is up and left, and A is down and right. And they're even the same shape, like one of them, the one that's concave is the one that's concave, and the one that's convex is... So I was like, well, this is fine, right? I'll just use these two buttons with Joy to Key instead. And turns out, like, just being on a different part of the controller completely screwed all my muscle memory. And I just had a horrible time trying to play the game. All right.
Yeah.
We're through that stage again.
You'd be surprised how much your muscle memory after years and years and years of gaming. Nope. Oh, no. Watch out. He's going to go diagonally.
Man, I'm not a fan of the couple of decisions that were made there. One, I want to see doing little hop shots to get a bit of damage on those horizontals, right? Number two, I want to see don't go diagonally away from it, or if you do, wait for it to move onto one of the squares, and then you start dealing damage, right? That might even be the thing. Always stay diagonally away, and then when it comes to you, deal some damage, and then move diagonally again.
Yeah, that's what we got to do for all the mystery funhouse tournaments now. Is you got to do it. You're right. Points coin. I gotta get some coins minted.
BANES to
They're not gonna be
XA.
blockchain stuff. They're gonna be straight up physical cash in hand. Watch out, Fred. He's gonna come in for you. No!
Oh my god, he does move diagonally.
He does.
What? Oh, that's gross. Oh my, the diagonal plan is not good. He takes away all the space on all sides. That is
gotta be
absolutely not
aggressive
what you
here.
want to do. That was terrifying. Okay, that was a lot of damage. No, you don't want to be here. Okay. Oh, is gonna get a lot of damage here. Is gonna try to hold out and oh, the flip. Are you serious? Shoot him. Oh, he's almost dead. He must be almost dead.
Oh!
Oh man. There was some brilliant play in there. Spread no, you can shoot down. Have I seen Fred shoot down?
I think he does.
I
Gotta
would've
be
just
1
thought
point.
He must, right? But
There's got to be some point where down has been shot. And now we search our souls.
I'm just wondering if you can just hide out underneath the boss. I mean, the little things circling him are gonna get you if you just try to stand there for any length of time. But maybe for a little bit on a desperation play.
Those are worth 5,000 points. Yo, I don't know that he does.
Has at least accidentally shot down instead of flipping at the spikes at the end of the stage at one point. I remember that much. Ooh, jumped too high.
I think there's some sort of set-in that's happened here where, there's got to be some degree of tilted or something I think is going on.
I don't know, there's just a lot going on. There's a lot on screen. It's just hard. But they go under the ground a little bit at the bottom.
Oh,
That's
dear.
a fun thought. Just get yourself lined up and shoot at it. Because it's not going to move again, right? Like, it's already in the quadrant. Would it just sit there?
Oh no! I know exactly the point Fred's hit in the stage. Oh, he's hit the beginning of the speed run set. You know when you're playing a blind game, you play through it blind, but then you've played through it so many times blind that you start going faster and faster, and now you're starting to get like the speed run strats where you're like, oh, I can do every one of these things specifically, but you don't because you don't have that practice yet. That's where we're at. That's why we're seeing so much deaths here.
I got this visual cue. I can jump at this corner. I'll just barely beat this robot in time. So I don't think there's a downside to like just having this attack button going all the time.
Other than comfort for some people, nope. Is it turbo? Like, is it actually turbo? Because I'm not sure if they're all masher game or turboing it up.
I think it auto fires. Oh, it generates enough lag actually? Okay. Still though, like I feel like a lot of these robots that are sometimes catching DolorousFred would have been dead if that button was just held down, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, cut it really close to the spikes there, but it's okay.
We're all clapping for you, Fred. That's what we're here for. I'm not, because that would actually cause a lot of distortion on the stream, so.
I found out that Discord will filter out the sound of me clapping.
It sure will.
Yeah. Not that I want to do that at 2:44 a.m. Zipping up into the laser. Just jumping the gun a little bit.
Do I not have mod view on?
Well, I didn't even get to see what happened on that attempt. It's over. Game over.
I was pretty sure everyone on this channel was a sword, so I'm like, it's fine.
The commentator's got a sword. It's fine. There's some bot shows up and it's like that picture from, what is it, Tangled? The guy with all the swords pointed at him.
Come on, Fred, you got this.
Still going for that B. Oop. It's like they made up their mind they were going to take the first exit on the laser.
Oh, wow, that totally does go underneath the ground for a long time, actually. I think you can clip that, or at least wiggle back and forth.
Alright, I'll take it like this time. That's pretty close. You have a wide hitbox down there. Here's the thing, though. This guy could move diagonally. Oh, an early flicker.
There's some risks there. I see what he's doing is he's baiting the diagonals.
Yeah, it's aggressive. It doesn't. You don't need to do it. Like, you could be doing little jumps and shooting them, but I can only think that Fred is having trouble seeing the lasers. I can understand like being overwhelmed by trying to keep track of all of them or whatever, but like when you're down and you're just trying to go up, there's only one laser you need to be looking at, and sometimes Fred just flips right into it.
Well, unfortunately, I am going to have to stop streaming at the hour mark, I think, or slightly under the hour mark or something. I've got a fishing boat to catch that was supposed to be my plan, but a little bit longer here. But that's okay, because I won't have to do it at the hour mark, because Fred's going to win it this time.
Yeah, got a little bit of tension in it now. Let's see. So he's flipping, baits out the diagonal. At this point, this is just like part of the route, and we know it works. Ooh, cut it a little bit close. Now this is where Fred died last time because the laser zoned him out right when he wanted to flip. The cycles just don't line up in a good way.
He's got to be on the far left in order to do that.
Yeah, and flip sooner.
Like, as soon as it starts moving, you got to do that flip.
Oh, baited to the side this time. I think you gotta go. Oh.
Ah!
It's tough. It's tough to be thinking, 2 seconds ahead or whatever you need to do to make whatever cycle that you needed to make.
Ah!
Too slow to flip. Oh, and that's it.
I forfeit.
Forfeit. DolorousFred taps out on that one. They would have had it. They totally could have had it. They just didn't want it.
All right, we're gonna get Fred in here in a moment.
Well, until that third boss, I thought this race was pretty close. WhytePanther pulled ahead, the end of stage 2, stage 3. But like DolorousFred was in 3-2 before the 30-minute mark, right?
Forgive the noise that you're about to hear of game. Nope, I can get it in time. All right.
getting to
Start
the
logging in. Oh, yeah.
Windows volume mixer before.
I did it. It did it afterwards. I volume muted it, but then it didn't. And now you heard that I'm playing Endwalker, people. Oh no.
I mean, everyone knew.
Everyone knows.
Already knew.
Yeah. I'm lost. I'm lost in 14 because I'm playing with other people. They already knew. I mentioned that as a fishing boat. There's no way I'm going on a real fishing boat at 3 a.m.
I did briefly entertain the notion of Roar the Midnight Fisher.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. It's just not something I'm too inclined to do.
No, it's not a 2 days before Christmas sort of activity for you.
Not a 2 days before Christmas kind of activity for me. Hey, DolorousFred!
Hello.
Yo, clever ideas there trying to bow tie that boss, but we see that unfortunately it got to you eventually, huh?
Yeah. I think what got to me most in that game was that I constantly messed up the buttons. I'm playing a lot of Euro jank, and sometimes the buttons are switched, so you try to jump and you fire.
I we
saw some
saw
of
that.
You went to flip and you shot down and then walked into spikes and then
Exactly, yeah, that
flipping
happened
into
more.
the boss instead of shooting at it. And
Yeah. For the next match, I'll try to, practice with more traditional games.
Well, it sounds like you're at least taking it with good humor, you know. So how
I
did
was
you
under
feel?
no illusion.
Well,
what do
you fought
did you like
hard.
the game?
Sorry?
We hit you with two different questions. I just want to ask if you like the game.
It's actually a pretty fun game, I think. Without the time pressure, I would have enjoyed it much more, but it was actually a pretty cool game. I think I'm gonna finish that at some point.
Right on.
Well, you're still in the tournament, you know. You're not out just yet. That was only a winners one match. So I'm, looking forward to seeing you keep up. We know, nope, I got nothing. Sorry. I just want to invite people to come in and speak their mind before they have a chance to see, or before we get rolling when we're cheering for you and the like. But yeah, you're still in it, and I hope that you continue to enjoy your matches. Do you have anything that you want to tell us about before you go, or plug something, or give us dramatic words to the wise?
Not really. I just stream a lot of jank on my own channel.
Perfect.
Mostly like Amiga stuff and that kind of thing, but nothing really to plug. I'm not terribly active.
We didn't update the thing. All right.
Yeah, we didn't update the
I'll type.
racers.
It's fine. It's as it appears on stream. DolorousFred, if you want to go see some Amiga jank. WhytePanther is in chat as well. You can just click the name even to get that one exactly. Yeah, well done, and thanks so much for coming to talk to us.
Yeah, sure.
Now we
See you
have
next time.